Okay, so I've been looking on Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube a lot. Like going through my old favorites and stuff, and I found a lot of videos talking about suicide and self-injury. And they're offering, advice like, oh, just find a friend that you can talk to and trust, and sorry, find a friend that you can talk to and trust, or get a journal, and people who haven't self-harmed themselves, like people who haven't, had an eating disorder or cut or burned or pulled their hair, things like that. They think it's simple. Well, not necessarily simple, but easy to change. Like, they make it sound so easy to quit. And they make it sound like just talking to somebody will solve all your problems. But for me, it didn't. For me, it made me focus on what was making me want to cut in the first place even more. It made me draw it out and explain things to people, and it made me think, and it wasn't good, but people, like, to the people who don't self-injure or have never self-injured but know that it's a problem and want to help, the advice I can give to you is listen. If you want to give good advice to people, listen to what they have to say. Like, if somebody comes to you and confesses to you about their self-injury, listen to them. Don't try to give them advice, because if they're like me, it'll make them feel worse whenever they can't follow it. And the people who do self-injure, get help. Some of you maybe have been doing it for years, like me, or have just started. But it doesn't matter how long you've done it or the intensity of you doing it. It's gonna progress over time and get worse and worse and worse. And for me, what helped me to stop or not do it as often, I'm going to therapy and I'm on a lot of medicine, like I'm not on an antidepressant anymore, but I'm on, I don't know if it's an antipsychotic or not, but it's Seroquel to treat bipolar depression or manic depression. And like, it's made me feel better. The medicine, it makes me feel better about what's going on. And the therapy has made me be able to talk about it and get advice and follow advice from somebody who knows what they're talking about. I had to get institutionalized back in August of '09 for cutting, and when I was there, like, it helped a little bit, but if anything, it just made me realize that destroying myself isn't going to help my problems get any better. It's not going to make me less depressed. It's not going to make me like myself. It's not going to make me stop dragging. It's not going to make me stop hating myself or hating the world or whatever. It just makes it to where I can push it aside. And that's not the way to do. You have to face it head on. But just talk to the people who self-injure. tell someone. It can be a total stranger, for all that matters. Go to someone on the internet, or like, call the suicide helpline, because you don't have to be suicidal. And to somebody who doesn't, but wants to help, the best thing you can do right now is listen.